him. He's all serious.
Anytime, new guy. Let's go.
Welcome to Bourbon and Magic, the podcast from deep in the heart of Dixie. This is Doby Dawg with Slow Ride, Rodinator, and Hound Dog. There's no telling what kind of rabbit hole we're going down, so just stay with us. It is unfiltered and uncensored.
Nice. That's right. Just like our bourbon. Cut unfiltered.
Man, I'm kind of disappointed now. I was hoping you totally screw that up so we can make fun of you.
Good.
I think you got smarter since you shaved your fucking beard, bro. I don't know.
His IQ went up.
His IQ. You got some IQ points, brother.
I need all I can get.
That was excellent. That was excellent, man. That was good. That was his first introduction, folks. There you go.
Good job, Doby.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. What's everybody doing? How's everybody going? Everybody good?
Going good.
Clearing up some things
man.
this in. Everything's green. Everything's red and rolling good. So, man, we are doing good.
Good. All buttons push slow, Mr. Producer. Yeah.
I'm pushing buttons. And Knob
shit.
Creek, 9-year smoked maple.
You're always
It's not smoked maple. I'm sorry. It's just Knob Creek.
You're always promoting Knob Creek. I think you're getting money for it, and I'm done. I'm serious.
And guess what? We're not getting.
Oh, that's
Guess
cool.
what? We're not getting a cut of that Knob Creek deal. We need to
Put some
renegotiate our
up with my
contract.
logistics, my ITT equipment.
It's got a cool label too on the back. It's got some
Oh, that's cool.
sayings.
Yeah, it does.
I am a soldier. I fight where I'm told, and I win where I fight. Fucking love it. Let's go.
Yeah, it makes me want to hit somebody.
Hell yeah.
Good old benchmark.
Oh yeah.
Well, there you go.
Can't beat that.
Good old number 8.
Yep.
Number 8
I was going to get Breckenridge, but I had to go with
All
yours.
right.
Buffalo Trace.
Oh, man, you're a week late. Yeah, you weren't with us last week. We had the Big
Brand
Festival.
new bottle.
Oh, Brandon, yeah.
Festival in podcast.
Me and Slow were both drinking
Yeah.
Buffalo Trace for the Bigfoot, the furry guy festival. Yeah.
Hey, I started watching that movie today. I was just going to tell you that.
The Boggy Creek.
God, I had to just watch it just for shits and giggles.
Did you watch it?
Parts of it, yeah.
Was it
I
good?
never seen it when I was a kid.
Did you turn it off because you got scared?
I would have. I ain't gonna lie.
Is it good, guys? I gotta see it because I still haven't seen it. Never saw it.
It's pretty interesting because the thing about it is it's a lot of these guys are like telling the story like experienced hunters, woodsmen, not the kind that you think are just going to freak out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's like old school. It's probably, I guess it was probably made like late 70s.
Well, you got to realize that's the guys that's in the woods, right? The hunters, those type people.
And they're freaking out in the woods?
Do what?
Do they freak out in the woods like
No,
when they're filming this shit?
no, they're like laid back. I mean, you just
okay.
These old bayou people, swamp
It's kind of
people.
like the podcast. They know what they're doing with us. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Mr. Producer.
Yeah.
All right,
And,
man.
Just so you folks know, our pre-podcast, the producer got chewed out a couple times.
Hey,
Like,
Hound Dog,
hey,
he's pissed off.
hey,
Go
it's
figure.
kind of like being at work again. The captain chewing me out for something I did right.
That's right. I don't know about that. You did
don't know
something.
about right.
I don't know about right, but you did something all right.
I tell
Leave
you,
it up.
my comeback to a captain always was, "Hey, we need to talk." And I'm like, "About? I know what I did. I don't know what you know. So
Yeah,
what,
exactly.
what are you going to talk about?"
I need to know how much you know first. Yeah.
But Steve's comment always, he was saving our job, right, Rich?
Yeah.
That's what I always said. Yep.
I'm saving your jobs.
I think he was saving
Where
his.
you been, Sarge? Saving y'all's job. That's where I've been. You're welcome. All right, man. We got a plethora of things to talk about tonight. What you got there, Hound Dog?
I'm just going to tell you about this. If nobody's ever tried the benchmark, it's a Buffalo Trace product. Mash bill, number 1. Same thing as Buffalo Trace. Not ages long and 80 proof instead of 90 proof. $13 a bottle. $13 a fifth.
That's
No,
that's buck.
Is that the one you
100%
said get?
now.
Is that the one you told
Get
me said the lady said get in place of Buffalo Trace if you couldn't find it?
Yes.
Yes. It is excellent. I like
Yeah,
it.
and what, half the price of Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, exactly half the price.
And a lot
bit
more
less.
available.
Well, around here it is, yeah. So it's
Before
everywhere.
I forget, I know you're gonna know, but I just thought it was that link that you sent today about the, I guess it's the bottle, or is it about the commemorative bottle?
Oh yeah.
That was sweet.
Okay, tell our listeners and our viewers what you're talking about.
I sent the guys out
He's the one that.
I sent the guys out a link that got sent to me through Sergeant Shane Johnson of the Gastonia Police Department. It's a commemorative bottle that they came
There
up
it is.
with.
Rodinator's got it.
Yeah, Rod's got it. And I can't really read what that. Well, let me pull it up on mine.
Joshua Ayers is on the bottle. The Charlotte Mecklenburg police badge is up there.
Yes.
Says Liberty
Yes.
Colt at the top. It has end of watch date and so forth.
It says then it says Proverbs 28:1, uncommon valor, very small batch bourbon whiskey, and from what Shane told me, that the proceeds for this selling this bottle goes to Officer Ayers' wife.
Excellent.
So
How do you lay your hands on that bottle?
from what I understand, the link that he sent me that I sent you guys, you can actually order it on that link. It's $125, well worth the price. Just knowing that she's getting that $125.
Yeah. Now, is it just the bottle? Is it bottled with the bourbon, or is it?
Oh, it's a bottle of bourbon.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah, if anybody can go on there try to grab that, man, I'm sure I would
Hey,
appreciate it.
Can you put that link in our Facebook page?
I can try. I'm not that far advanced, but I'll try.
All right, we'll shoot for that. Look for that on the Facebook group page.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be there. All right, guys, man, we got a lot to cover. Oh, guess what we missed last week and didn't touch on it all?
What was that?
National Bourbon Week, June the 11th through the 16th.
Must have slipped my
Oh,
mind
man.
because of Pride Month. Damn.
Well, I'm proud to drink
Fucking shit.
bourbon.
Well, the bourbon week. Week late.
What would we do without bourbon, fellas?
Yeah.
All right, so I thought I put a little note there and thought I'd bring that up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about first, guys? You want to do, what do you think? Want to do some crime first?
Oh, so how's everybody feel about their whiskey? Everybody's happy with their whiskey? They like it?
how can you not be
Yeah.
happy with this one?
Well, I tell you, Doby Dawg, I don't know if you list our old stuff. You know, we used to all drink the same thing and rate it.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming since we bring your own bottle to the podcast now, something is a pour you like.
Right.
Very seldom we try something new anymore.
Well, how can you not like Buffalo Trace?
Well, that's true.
Right.
It's good
Yeah.
stable.
This stuff here is pretty good, too. It's an 80 proof. It's Kentucky bourbon barreled whiskey, distilled in Boundary Oak Distillery in Kentucky, and it's pretty damn good. It's not got a lot of bite to it, 80 proof. You know, it's not where Slow likes it at 90, but it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all.
The Knob Creek 9 year is 100 proof. Oh, and just a side note, Knob Creek has came out with a 10-year rye. The rye's always been 7-year. It just came out with a 10-year-old rye.
Oh,
Couldn't
really?
find a price point on it. If you're a rye guy, so you may like that.
Yeah. Oh,
All right, man.
One more thing, right quick on bourbon while we're here. You know, everybody knows I work at ABC store, and I was putting a box of Jim Beam Black on the shelf yesterday, and I noticed that they have started putting an age statement on the bottle.
Oh, really?
Jim Beam Black is aged 7 years. They changed the bottle, they changed the labeling. I mean, it's a good looking bottle.
Is it
bourbon's
still number 7?
Jim
Old
Beam.
number 7? Oh,
No,
Jim Beamer's in?
No, that's Jack.
Jim Beam.
Daniels.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jim
I
Beam.
heard Jack Daniels. You're saying Jim Beam.
Yeah, Jim
Oh,
Beam.
I'm sorry.
The Jim Beam Black, and it's cool looking label, man. But you know, I'm sure the whiskey inside still sucks.
Hey,
Well, I
Jim
don't like-
Beam makes excellent products.
I don't think so.
They make Knob Creek.
Yeah, I don't think so. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Cool label.
Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the opinion of Hound Dog is not necessarily the opinion of this podcast.
Hey, I'm just glad Rod is drinking bourbon and not scotch this time.
Yeah, really. He's
Man,
a
it's
little
like the first
Scotch
time
there.
in-
Scotch here for a while, didn't he?
There
He was
you
on a
go.
roll. You had that last week too.
I did. I'm full of variety. When I was Bigfooting it, though, I was straight up Buffalo Trace. So there you go.
Yeah, we had Buffalo Trace everywhere.
Yeah, Buffalo Trace.
I did see that.
Yeah. So
Hey, shout out to Jerry Millwood again in the Dirty South Squatching.
Dirty
He was excellent.
South
We got a lot of
Squatch.
hits on Facebook about it, man. Everybody seemed to love Jerry.
Yeah.
Very knowledgeable,
Good.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Probably 2/3 of the stories that we talked about before podcasting, we never got a chance to get to. Very knowledgeable man, and he's pretty convincing.
Well, he's
Yeah.
he's the real deal. He does this shit. Like he does
Yeah.
it. He's in it. He's immersed himself in it. You know, whatever you want to say. He's
Not as
really-
much as Doby Dawg.
No, Doby Dawg got way in there. You know what I mean?
The old
Way
twigs
in
and
there.
very deep.
He got in there and out of there, and then back in there and then out of there, and
it's
back in
funny.
there and out of there, and back
Hey.
in there and out of there.
Then it was all over.
You got that picture, Rod?
Yeah, I do have that picture somewhere. Would you like to see it again?
Yeah, pull the picture up. I'll tell you, if as soon as that thing popped out, he moves to Alabama and shaves his beard. How it changes his identity.
Coincidence? I think not.
Now I know why. Before the podcast, I said, "Hey guys, don't use my government name." Hey, we have to blur out his face, you know. Put a little
Change my voice
this.
like on the
Yeah.
we call it the people turns our witnesses, turns state witnesses.
Yeah, put you in a corner, a dark corner. We can't. You see your outline. You can't see your.
Yeah. Yep.
Where is that little furry guy?
Bigfoot mama, Bigfoot baby mama wants to talk to you. Her husband wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
There's something
You know,
about child
the crazy
support.
thing
They
about
need
that
extra
whole
twigs
story
and
is
berries.
her husband let her bought it.
Yeah.
Bought the story.
She convinced
Well-
that dumbass what that it happened.
He didn't look like Einstein. He may have been Einstein, but he didn't look like it.
Yeah.
But when you have a keeper like that, man, you'll believe anything just to keep it at the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you don't know what I'm talking
Methanol.
about, one of our prior podcasts, you any idea what episode that was? Was it season
God,
5?
man. Oh, yeah, it's season 5. I can't remember.
Let's go back and watch everything. You'll see it.
Yeah. And hit that like and subscribe button
Yeah,
while
like
you're at it.
And notification. That's your thing, Hound Dog. Hit the notification.
Yeah.
Man, we feel like, hey, we got a couple more subscribers, by the way, while Rodinator's looking that thing up.
Nice.
No
Cool.
shit.
We appreciate the all the subscribers. We
Yeah,
really do
love
appreciate
the love,
you.
man.
Yeah.
Getting us out there.
I'll find it here during the
On
podcast.
Bigfoot,
Let's
right
not hold
quick,
up the
man.
show
Jerry
for it.
Millwood sent me a text. All right.
Oh,
Jerry
got it.
Millwood sent me a text as a video clip.
All right, that's the baby
There
we're
he
talking
is.
about.
Little
we-
Doby.
And we told
Little
Doby, with or without a beard, it's yours, brother. You got it.
That's little Doby pup.
Look at him playing in his little outfit. Look at him. He looks pissed off. He looks like
Wouldn't you-
Doby after
It looks like
been
he's
drinking
pissed
for
off.
a while. He looks mad. He looks mad as shit.
He wanting daddy.
Oh my god.
But right quick, I just want to thank Jerry Millwood for sending me the audio file that he sent me on the strange noise that someone recorded outside of their residence. It's very, very intriguing, and I appreciate it, Jerry. And I'll share it with these other guys at some point.
Oh, it's cool. He sent you some
Yeah,
unusual
Sent me a-
noises.
Yeah, and it's
Wow.
it's weird. It's strange.
I'll tell you the thing about Jerry too. If you're willing to listen, he's going to talk. If he thinks you're
Yeah.
actually, interested in the topic.
And he knows that I'm not that I'm a skeptic, and he still sends this stuff to me, which I greatly appreciate. That
He's trying to turn you, man.
he may be.
Trying to get you in.
He's trying to get
What?
you out of the closet.
What
Just
he
when you
sent
think
me,
you're out, they pull you back in.
what he sent me is very intriguing. So I'll leave it
Closets.
at
You
that.
say closets, low?
Yeah, getting out of the
All
closet.
right, there goes that
One
fucking
quick thing before we
rainbow.
get serious. We got a lot of topics to talk about, man. But Hound Dog, lean back and show us what you're representing, man.
Studio 77.
Studio 77.
Oh, there it is, right there.
Hey,
Look
what you
at
got
you.
there, Slow?
Easy, Cam Newton.
Oh man,
Easy, fucking Cam Newton. You ain't Superman there, Cam Newton. What the hell was that about? You pulled that shirt open like Clark Kent, dude.
I am
Come on
damn
now.
Putin, not Cam Newton.
Oh, shit.
And also represent here, look here, slow ride.
slow ride. Yep.
That way I know who I am.
There you go.
Still look
Forget your
good
name.
upside down.
See, on the back of the shirt, it says, if lost, return to.
Shootout Mountain. Just lay him on the porch.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's funny. Anyway, we got killings and mayhem. You want me to run down a couple things, fellas?
Yeah, throw something
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
It's
That's
what we fucking do. Sanctuary City shit again, guys. New York, my place where I grew up. Migrant freed into the U.S. by the Biden's DHS. In other words, he was crossed, got detained, released into the country, and now he's accused of raping a girl at knife point in broad daylight in Brooklyn. Apparently, this fabulous guy right here was living in Brooklyn, and he saw two 13-year-olds playing in the playground, female, male, pulled the knife, took them both to a wooded area. He's 25 years old, and he, at knife point, tied them up and then sexually raped and abused the girl and robbed them both and then left them. He's been charged, and they caught him. He was in the neighborhood. The good thing about it is he lived in the neighborhood for a while, so people knew him. And when the girl and the boy were found, they said, "Fuckface did it," and the neighborhood knew who it was, and they waited for him at this bodega. Bodega, if you guys don't know, is like a fucking convenience store, but they call it a bodega in New York. And they waited for him there at his favorite bodega where he goes, and he came in and they fucking chased him and beat the fuck out of him. So that was cool.
Good.
Yeah, they beat him
So
down.
had he not been allowed into the country illegally, that crime would not have happened.
Right.
That's like the one for the
It's really elementary.
the college kid in Athens, Georgia, a few months ago.
Sure.
They got him on camera. That's what caught him.
Dude, yeah. Do you know crime in these other countries like Ecuador and there was another one are down like 70%? Do you know why they're down 70%?
Well, they're here.
All the thugs are here.
They send all their people. Dude, they literally take their jails and they just empty them and they put them on boats and they send them.
Yeah.
Well, they were
They
looking
say
for that guy for
Cuba.
murder.
Yeah.
Was he wanted for murder or being investigated for
th-
murder?
this guy wasn't.
Yeah.
The next one I'm going to talk about was.
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine for sworn officers what a headache that is, man,
Dude.
trying to check these people, no ID. They're going to lie to
Unbelievable.
you.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. This guy was charged with rape, sexual abuse, robbery, kidnapping, criminal possession of a weapon, menacing, and unlawful imprisonment. Unbelievable. 2 13-year-olds now, lives ruined, going to have problems, going to think about this stuff. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. He used a machete-type knife. They love those machetes in the fucking South America, boy.
Dude,
Love machetes.
the bad thing about it, he'll sit in our jail. We'll house him and feed him and pay for him. Keep him up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
you're
deport
right.
him. Just
You're right,
deport
dude.
him, and he'll be back in 3 months.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, because
If
there was another guy I just saw on the news before I got on the podcast. I'm not prepared to talk about it in entirety, but long story short, truck driver was driving a big rig, 18-wheel. I'm not a big truck guy. 18-wheeler, one of the big rigs, right? Crosses two lines of traffic into oncoming traffic, causes a fucking total disaster on a major highway somewhere. The thing that caught my attention was, since 2002, he's been deported 16 times.
16 times.
We
And
had
think
one-
about this. If you want to go home, see mom and the kids, or whatever it is, see mama, grandma, just turn yourself in. We'll fly you back for free. We'll send you home for free.
Yeah.
Well, it's been probably 15 years ago. We had a 1050 wreck right there, like Gaston and Airline.
1050 is an accident. Police
Accident, yeah, car wreck. And a guy hits, runs red light. He's drunk, and kills like the 2 kids in the car. Father lives. He ran. We found him. He had already been deported and come back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a joke.
And this
They
was
say-
15 years ago.
You're
You
right.
said it's a joke or it's a joke? What'd you say?
It's a joke.
Joke.
I
It's a
choked.
joke.
I choked.
That's
It
a
was
Joe joke.
Yeah.
Good one.
It's
Good one, Steve.
funny. Yeah. But they say that the normal migrant says, most of them say it's a 2-week turnaround. They get kicked out, and within 2 weeks they could be back.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So you go home for the holidays, see the family.
That's
on
how regular it is.
U.S.'s dime.
But just think about this, guys. They're estimating, the low estimates are 10 million. The big estimates are 30 million.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that wheelhouse, right? We're getting people in here who we don't know who they are at
The
all.
majority are military-age males.
Right, and not a lot of women and a lot of kids. And think about this: when you go to the airport, they all but look up your ass when you come and go
Yeah.
into this country. Customs and all the country. Here, it's like the southern border is like just an open, and they could be bringing in anything, including, hey, you know how we are about vaccinations and everybody getting vaxxed, right? How do we know these people's shots records? We don't even know if they're shot
We
records for
talked
mumps
about
and
this
shit
on a
like
prior
that.
show, Rod. I don't know if you were with us then or not. The FBI put out statistics that they're at a sleeper cell in every major city, just waiting on orders.
Oh yeah,
I believe
don't
that.
doubt it. Don't
I
doubt it a
believe
bit.
that. Who heard about those 7 clowns they caught in Philadelphia and New York? The terrorist guys last week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
heard
know
about that.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, we did a good job, and they're patting themselves on the back.
Mm-hmm.
We caught these 7 terrorists. Shouldn't have been here in the first place.
You're right.
Yeah.
Should have been here in the first place.
Well,
How are terrorists allowed to fly into the country or walk across the southern border?
part
It's
of it is just
insanity.
voter registration.
Yeah, that too.
You got 7. What about the other 10 million?
All
Yeah.
we're going to do is ship
Who
voters
are
by
they?
Democrat.
Who are they? And not only this, but people looking for jobs here. Now you got to compete with 10 to 30 million other people want jobs. They pay them lower wages because they're illegal, which drops American wages. It's just a total fucking mess. But here we are, and no one does shit about it. So remember that when the
See,
election comes around. Folks. Remember
Every
that.
week, y'all check a box while I'm up here in the mountains.
Yeah.
Every week. Check.
No, I got you. I understand 100%. I understand 100%. I just don't. I don't know how we will check a grandma at the airport and pat her down, check in her bra and shit, or a guy in a wheelchair. We'll look him up and down, pull him out of his wheelchair, but yet we let tens of millions of people come across the border unchecked. Nothing. We don't look up their ass. We don't look in their pocket. We don't do anything. We just corral them up, put them on a bus, send them here, or there, or we just release them into the country. Some, very few, get detained. Might get sent back, but
all right, he calls him Double D to have to drink. Look at him. He's throwing them back hard.
Dude. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. What do you guys think about this? Is it me or is everybody like
No,
this
no,
doesn't
no.
make any sense?
I agree with you.
It's a headache, man. It certainly is.
Oh, I agree.
It's a national security mess. Those guys who flew those planes into the towers back in the day did it with box cutters, guys.
Oh yeah,
Did it with box cutters, man.
And the same LPI report said the 911 is a walk in the park compared to what's coming.
Oh sure.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Oh yeah.
And we have
yeah.
only ourselves to blame.
Oh yeah. Remember Timothy McVeigh, the American, used fertilizer to kill hundreds of people.
Diesel fuel.
Yeah. You don't need guns. You don't
exterminate him, didn't he?
Did you know? You ever seen a documentary that kind of going a little side track, but the documentary on Waco?
It's pretty cool. Yeah, man. There's a couple of them out. The last one's really good.
Yeah. Did you know that he was outside? He's on the perimeter where all the news media was pushing his propaganda at Waco.
Who's
out
that?
there pushing his propaganda at Waco.
McVeigh was?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay. Oh. Damn.
Dang, I didn't know that either.
But you're right. I mean, we have
happy.
gotten so complacent in the part of this mindset that we have to accept everybody and afraid to disagree with anybody.
Well, disclaimer, Doby Dawg, that's why you're on the podcast. We have to accept everybody now.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a DEI hire, motherfucker.
Doby Dawg, you're a tax write-off, brother.
Yeah, the sad thing about it is what you said is correct, but the only people accepting it is the administration. The American people don't like it. There's like 75% want mass deportation somewhere. I mean, it's crazy. No one's for this, and I don't understand.
What's that one meme you said? I'll vote for that felon. Talk about Trump.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
Well, we let them park their subs right off the coast because they know we're not going to do anything.
Right now, Putin's over there in South Korea with Kim Jong Un having to sit down. They're talking, getting friendly.
Yeah, nuclear
Anyway.
subs sitting out there in Cuba.
Yeah, Russian subs right down there. Yep, in old waters. Well, that's because China's got a big. I don't know if you guys know this, but China's getting real cozy with Cuba. Right off 90 miles away from Florida.
Where you're moving,
Well-
there, Rodinator.
Yeah.
I am, and I will protect that coast.
That's right.
If I see
You're our
boats
first
coming
line of
in, I'm
defense.
the first one there with my scuba gear on and my fucking snorkel, and I'm going out there.
Knocking holes. Knocking holes.
Pull those fuckers off the boat. Get in the water. Swim, motherfucker, swim.
John Wick ain't got shit on right there.
Yeah, really. That'd be John Wick 2, Rodinator 2, you know. But, yeah, so that's it. I don't know. Just crazy. That's such a, how many lives it affects, you know, and it's so preventable. You know, it's so preventable.
And it's a ripple effect. It affects everybody. Money that's taken away from people that need it. You know,
Yeah. And think about it. When you're letting guys in from countries like Ecuador and there's people from Haiti, they're coming from a different world, guys. They're brought up differently because they're in poverty. They're probably doing crime over there just trying to survive.
And they're taught from birth to hate Americans.
Right. And their mindset when they get here is, I'm going to use the same tactics here than there, but look at all the plethora of shit I can get, man.
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
look at all this cool stuff. I don't have to eat out of garbage cans. I can go over there and steal from the restaurants or, you know, and look at all these beautiful
Well,
women.
the governor let me
people.
stay in the school for free.
Yeah, I mean, it's everything. It's just like it's like a candy store, and they go crazy. There was a big, and I know we're in this rabbit hole, but it's crime related, so I'm going to run with it. Those guys on the mopeds, remember them a little bit while back in New York? They were the moped bandits.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
The
yeah,
same
like-
thing. The
yeah.
same thing they would do back in their country, they did here, and they had mopeds. And the guy running the show was in Florida, the ringleader, and he would just order what they needed. We need Gucci bags, or we need this, watches, or this, and they would go around on their mopeds and rob people, and send the shit down to Florida. He'd send it off and get money paid, and send the money up the line. They busted that big ring about 3 or 4 months ago. It's the ring.
So you're saying I'm not getting my Gucci bag is what you're telling me?
Yeah, you're not going to get your floral Gucci
No
bag.
Gucci bags for Shootout Mountain.
No.
Nope.
No.
Man.
No. Anyway, yeah, crime rampant. That's crazy. I feel so bad for those kids.
Yeah, man, I
13.
don't know what it'd be like being a sworn officer, especially in one of these sanctuary cities.
Oh yeah,
Good God.
man, I could imagine.
No wonder every police department out there is short-handed. How short, Doby Dawg, how short is GPD, Gastonia PD? Police
Gosh, bad. It's to a point that they have some of the detectives are having to help out on patrol.
And I tell you, it's because all the crap they got to put up with. And it's like Rodinator said on a prior podcast, you got to deal with administration. That's the headache.
No, that's the worst part.
Yeah, some people you just can't be nice to some people.
No, you can't.
You can't. On the West End, you have to call them SOB or cuss them out. They don't realize, sir, please, sir. They don't recognize that at all. They don't. They look at you like you're an alien.
They consider you soft.
And too, a lot of those people, when you talk to them, they're like, okay, whatever. They don't care.
Oh, well, I got a story about that same thing there, Slow, about talking to people different on the east side of town, the west side of town of Gastonia. So I was working. It's been when I was working there, but when I was there, I had a call to go. I was working on the east side for a different shift, like an overlap or whatever. And I go to the east side of town, and this lady's up there, and she just went
like the lady on Charlie Brown, the teacher on Charlie Brown.
Did y'all see my spin just explode?
What, Miss Riley?
Yeah, she's just yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping. And I finally had enough of it. And I said, hey, will you please shut the fuck up? And she looked at me kind of like what Rod did. And I'm thinking, damn it. I should have said that.
She's got 3 days off.
Yeah. But anyway, she said, you can't talk to me like that. I said, shut up. You're getting on my damn nerves. Well, one of the East End officers come over and said, hey, man, come here a minute. I walked over and said, dude, you can't talk to people like that over here on this side of town. You're used to it on the side that you work on. But on this side of town, you can't talk to people like that. And that's very true.
Yeah. Oh,
luckily.
No, distinct different. I always and related to what you just said, I could be on the west side and talk to somebody. This was Charlotte, folks. I was in Charlotte. On the west side and talk to folks in their language, and they were okay with it, which is motherfucker, go this, go that, put the fucking gun down, bitch, you know what? That was all acceptable. And just like you said, you go to the east side or the south side in Charlotte, and hell, you could be riding, you could pull somebody over, give them a warning ticket, which means you're giving them a break for whatever.
Yeah.
And walk back to your car. And before you get back to your car, you got a complaint because you didn't say thank you and have a good day.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even say shit to them, like bad. You just said, "Here's your ticket, drive safely," and you walk away.
Rod,
and then they say,
One
"Hey."
is, I got complained on because I wrote a lady a ticket at a license check, and I said, "Don't let this ruin your day. Go off and have a good day." She complained that how can I have a good day after he writes me a ticket?
Yeah.
The ones you're nicest to are the ones that complain.
And I tell you, I'm not even on the call. 2 officers on the call down on Twin Avenue, down on the west side. I pulled by, talked to the officer, and I don't know what we're talking about, but whoever's there complained to me, says I was laughing. And I never got out of my car.
Right.
Well, the
I'm
thing
sure I was
about
laughing at what I was talking to the officer about.
kind of going back to what you're saying, there's the people on that side of town, the east side, the south side, they have this mindset, you work for me. The doper over here on the west side, the thug, he's like, Mr. Police, what the hell?
Right.
They're going to try to get me, I'm going to try to get them. I mean, that's like when I worked in the street as opposed to when I was in community. It was a different kind of complaint. It's a different mentality because the dopers, they know that you're going to try to get them. They're going to try to get away. It's a game. Now, some of them, they're dangerous, but, I mean, they know that's their lifestyle. That's what they chose. But when you get over in the community coordinator and you get over the south side, the east side, they want you to solve all their little problems because they pay your salary. Oh, the neighbor's dog shit in my yard. Okay. I mean, I get it, but you better fix that problem for them because they pay your taxes and you work for them. The attitude is you work for me, and that's where a lot of that mentality comes from.
Oh, we need a raise.
Yeah.
You don't pay enough.
Yeah.
How do we get down this rabbit hole? How'd that happen? All kind of notes this week, man. Doesn't say Jerry, and we hadn't hit one of them yet.
Oh, yeah, I know. Hey, you want to bring
We're
up
30 minutes
bring it
into
up.
this podcast.
We got a break in the action. Go ahead, bring something else up, dude. You want to bring up something?
Bump
Some woke
stocks.
shit?
Bump stock.
Hound Dog's got something on bump stocks.
Yeah. So last week, a week before last, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that a bump stock is now legally to possess. In 2017, I think it's March 2017, there was a shooting in Las Vegas where a guy was stood on the 32nd floor and shot down and killed a bunch of people at a Jason Aldean concert.
Right?
Yeah. And after that happened, every one of his guns had a bump stock on it. And for those of you that don't know what a bump stock is, I'll try to explain it to you the best I can. Matter of fact, I have a visual aid that may help. Hold on a minute. Let me get
Here we go. Show and tell.
Are we going to YouTube, Kel?
Probably.
Oh my God! He's
got a gun.
Is that one of them
He's
assault
got a
rifles?
gun.
No.
That's an assault rifle.
So y'all know this is a 22 caliber rifle. I didn't bring out my other one because it's too damn heavy to hold one hand. But anyway, this is a stock. This whole thing right here is the stock. You put this part here against your shoulder to help you steady the rifle and shoot. Well, any gun, even this 22 all the way up to whatever, has a recoil. And when they take that stock, when they take this thing here off that came from the factory like this, they put a bump stock on it. I'm not quite sure exactly what they look like, but it's something that you can just add onto the gun that actually essentially when the gun is fired, the gases and carbon that, shoots out the projectile, not a bullet, a projectile, if you hold the trigger down with that recoil action, it makes the gun go to like a fully automatic mode.
Right, and what you're saying is, too, the bump stock's up against your shoulder. When
Yes.
the gun comes back, it's pushing against your shoulder, and it's actually resetting it, so it shoots
It
again.
resets the trigger each
So
time.
it's like pop, 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 pop. So yeah.
So the Supreme Court come back saying that those bump stocks are now legal to possess and own.
Now, is that in every state?
legal, and the reason they're legal, to own, is because automatic rifles are not without the proper clearance, right? And that's one trigger pull,
One pull.
releases
One round.
a fully automatic.
Oh,
fully automatic.
okay, fully okay. Yeah,
One
yeah.
pull will release a bunch of bullets, right? One pull.
Until you let off.
A semi-automatic is a single pull, one bullet, pow, pow, pow,
Yeah.
pow. The bump stock, you pull it one pull, and that's it. And then the bump stock does the rest. You're not having to continuously pull the trigger, but you're not functioning the trigger either. So that's why Clarence Thomas wrote the majority opinion, and he was the one who explained it. But it's what were you asking me about the? I got a map here, is what I wanted to show you guys.
Yeah, I was curious if that was every state that's going to support that.
That's the. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
It's a map of the United States, and you can see Florida down there at the bottom is in red.
It's in red. Yeah.
That means it's illegal in Florida. So now it's federally legal, but states can make their own laws. The green states, bump stocks are legal. They're legal in North Carolina. You can see the Northeast, where it's liberal towns, all illegal, basically. California, and so forth. So
Yeah.
there you go. That's a map I pulled up. So it's I think that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Around 15 states it's illegal. So we're talking about 35.
United States Supreme Court says, yes, this is now legal. It is not an automatic weapon. Doesn't make an automatic weapon, and put it back on the states to be able to go back and say, you know what, we still don't want that in our state.
Right. The
Exactly.
Supreme Court just said federally, it's not when it's not against federal law, but the states, like abortion now, can make abortion illegal in the state, but it's not federally illegal.
Right.
So what's your thoughts on
Love it.
bump
Love it.
stock?
I love states' rights. That's what the country's built
Yeah.
on. States'
Yeah,
rights.
No, I agree.
States' rights.
Different
I'm just-
argument, though. I agree with that, but different argument. What do y'all three think about bump stocks?
I don't have a problem with them.
I don't have a problem with them.
Problem either.
It's like
All right,
anything
Something
else.
different. I don't
It's
know.
like anything else. It's
Here we go, Rod. Woke Steve's coming in.
like anything else. You put it in a shitbag's hand, they're going to get it regardless whether it's legal or illegal.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you're right, but just for argument's sake, and Ronald Reagan, go back to you guys loved Ronald Reagan.
yeah, he's
he
the one that
made
banned.
machine guns
fully
illegal.
automatic. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, machine guns, fully automatic machine guns.
That means nothing to me.
Or
What's your
submachine
point?
guns.
What's your point?
The point is, I don't know. Why do you need? And I know you always have the argument, why not? But why do you need a bump stock? Why do you need a semi-automatic weapon to act as an automatic weapon?
It doesn't really act as an automatic weapon. It's, in fact, when you talk about a bump stock, I can do this pretty fucking fast. Pop, 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 pop.
Right.
While the bump stock's going pop, 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 pop. It just makes it maybe a little bit easier. But a semi-automatic weapon, that's what I was looking for.
Westside.
Gastonia. Yeah.
Westside. That's Gastonia.
That makes me miss Gastonia.
That's outside my window right now. What I'm trying to say is they even said something in the article I read. A semi-automatic gun, you could pull the trigger. In a minute, someone could let off 100 rounds in a minute with a
Yes,
semi-automatic. Just pulling the trigger. But you figure, bump stock is just against your shoulder. It's just a different. I don't have any problems with guns because at the end of the day, why do you need it? Maybe you don't fucking need it. It's none of your fucking business. It's my gun. If I'm allowed to have it, if I'm a law-abiding citizen, I can have it. I'm not going to kill anybody with it. I want to have a bump stock. Who cares?
Because you're not going to take them.
But you may. If you have the right to defend yourself.
Right. If I had the right to defend myself. But what I'm trying to say, see, everybody gets to the point where, why is that gun do that? Why not just this? Well, if it just does one shot with one pull, I can still blow your face off. Like, it's not the point whether I can blow your face off 100 times really quick or one time. If I'm allowed to have the gun and I'm a responsible gun owner, I should be able to have whatever fucking gun I want to have to go target shooting, to go whatever I want to do, go to the range, whatever I want to do.
Yeah, but it's funny too. The United States government says, you know what? Fully automatic machine guns should be illegal. The public don't need them. Oh, I got a good idea. But if you pay us $200, you can have one. All of a sudden, it's not so big a deal if you pay us, the government, $200 for their paperwork to have a fully automatic weapon.
Oh, there you go, too.
Well, the reason they do that is because they will know who has the fully automatic, the legal
Exactly.
fully automatic weapon.
That's the key. They know who has it.
That's
Well,
what
that's the thing
that's
about
why
it.
they
If you
don't-
have a bump stock or if you have an AR, whatever you want, it's your business. Because you're not going to take it out of the hand of the thug over the crip over here on Mountain View that has an AK. He's still going to have that because he's going to get it regardless.
Yeah.
Right. That's why there's so many. Okay, we've talked about this before. Chicago. You can't even have a gun. You can't even think about a gun without getting arrested in Chicago. And yet everybody in Chicago is getting shot by guns. Why?
Yeah.
Because they go to other states, they go somewhere, and they buy them, and they get them illegally. And then they use them and shoot people, which is also illegal. Do you get the gist? Like illegal people getting illegal guns to murder
And the
people.
local government-
It's all illegal across the board.
The local government
Yeah.
blames the other states instead of blaming themselves for
Right.
not being able to control the situation.
Chicago
they blame
blames
other
Indiana.
states.
Illinois
Yeah.
blames Indiana.
all
they're
their fault.
going. Yeah, because their laws are lax. They're going over there and buying them legally. They're not buying them legally. They're buying them illegally.
They're stolen half of them.
Just like
I
drugs.
can't remember the stats, but it's like, if you broke it down, it's like there are like 4 guns to every person in the United States, something like that, something really ridiculous. That's how many guns are already on the streets.
You should hear how much ammunition, how many bullets there are compared to people. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
listen, when there's 500,000 hunting permits given out in West Virginia alone, in one state, 500,000, how many guns you think are in the other 49 states? We have the largest civilian army on the planet. Like, if everybody went outside with their guns, I mean, we'd have a 100 million man army.
Yeah.
I bet.
What was
100
it?
million-
Japan said that's why
Well-
they wouldn't invade the United States?
One of the
Exactly
Japan leaders
right.
said they would not invade the United States because there'd be a gun behind every blade of grass.
Yep.
That was like Hoshi Toshi
Yeah.
Tofu. I don't know who the fuck it was. But
It
it was,
made me hungry saying tofu.
I know. I was going to say sushi, but that would really turn. But yeah, he said there'd be a blade of grass. And you think about it, we're pretty safe, guys. We got an ocean on 2 sides. We got Canada above us, and we got Mexico below us. We have an invasion going on right now, but no one seems to care because no one's carrying AKs across. I guess that's the only difference. But
Because these are all potential voters coming across.
absolutely.
You're
And I
right.
said,
Absolutely,
you.
100%.
And the government gives them everything. So why would you not vote for the person? It's like you have a dog.
Yeah.
The dog's not going to vote against you because, you know what? You don't want
You
to
feed
me.
him.
That is
You
right.
feed me. You house me. I get to live for free.
Yep.
That is exactly right.
Very true.
Keep talking. I'm looking for something I want to show you guys.
right.
All right. Yeah. That's the
All right, don't keep talking. Just shut the fuck up. Let's have dead air while I'm looking for shit.
I've got mixed views about the bus stop thing. I don't know.
All right, so what's your negative about it?
I still don't know. I don't have an argument other than the argument that the Democrats have about all guns. Why do you need it?
Why do you need a gun then?
Well, no, you're exactly right. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole argument.
But so you're against guns?
You have mixed reviews.
No.
Mixed. You have mixed.
I have more guns than I do friends, but again, I can have 2 guns, still have more guns than I have friends. But
Okay, so you're okay with having guns. You're just not okay with.
I don't know. I don't know why it is. It's, but the thing about it is, we don't need.
Well, who are you to say what I need?
Slow ride. Producer. Duh.
I don't know.
Pull that captain card on me.
I'm just saying.
No, let me finish.
Like,
Let
I
me
just
finish.
love the argument. I don't think we need. How about you? You get
no,
me.
you didn't
just
let
like-
me finish. You didn't
You
let
sound
me
just
finish
like Christopher Walken.
You didn't let me finish my sentence.
Go ahead. It already came
So
out
we don't
stupid.
need
That's
a
why I
gun.
stopped you.
People say we don't need. Why do you need guns? We need guns to protect yourself from the government. See?
Okay.
How Republican is that?
No, that's perfect. But then we need bump stocks to protect ourselves from the government. On
Well,
those
you're
guns.
exactly right. You can argue that now we can shoot quicker because a bump stock's a lot easier to get than it is a fully automatic weapon.
And when people out there say this, these illegals aren't going to be allowed to vote. When you hear that, tell them they're dumb as fucking dog shit.
Oh yeah, California.
And you tell them that this is already being distributed to them. Non-citizen voter registration applications. Now, why would we be printing them up if those motherfuckers aren't going to be able to vote in 2024? The answer is they're going to try to make them vote. And you know what it's going to happen? It's going to be every state is going to do something different. The Republican state-run people, probably not. The Democrat states, illegals will probably be able to vote, and we won't do shit about it because they're already making up the fucking cards right there.
So I guess that goes along with the each state having a voter ID. Present your ID for you vote.
All right.
North
So what do you need
Carolina-
an
North
ID for?
Carolina
You
came
need
up
an
with that.
ID.
Yeah.
You may need an ID to buy alcohol.
Some states.
Sometimes you need an ID to buy tobacco.
Yeah. You have ID to cash a check. You have to have an ID to open a bank account.
You have to have
You have
ID
to
to
have an
get
ID to
government
drive a
assistance.
car.
To get government assistance. You don't think everybody has an ID? I bet you they do. Just to buy cigarettes and alcohol. I guarantee they do.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody has an ID. And you know what? When people say, and the argument is on the liberal side is minorities. We're trying to squash the minority vote. Like we're racist because we're asking for an ID. Every time I ask a person for an ID, 99% of the time they had a freaking ID of some kind. Some kind. I mean, the homeless people maybe not, or whatever.
Hey,
Some
but how many
kind.
times you
But
been on a
it's an-
call?
But it's an insult to say that minorities aren't able to attain IDs. Like they've been living their whole life. This 50-year-old man
without an
who's
ID.
has never had an ID. It's so insulting. I don't know why people put
But how
up
many
with
times
those.
you been on a call and somebody say, Tamika, don't give them my government name?
Yeah.
Because every hood, everybody like us has a moniker, has a nickname.
Well, I tell you what, it wasn't last election. It was the election before that, the one that Trump won. I went to vote, and they didn't ask for my ID. I gave them a name. They
Yeah, they
started
ask you,
looking it up.
and they ask you where you live, and they look it up.
Well, they said, "You're Edward Louis Doby." I went, no, I'm not. That's my daddy's name. My daddy passed away in 2000. So I could have said yes. They would have known none of the difference. I could have voted.
Right.
I could have went somewhere else. Said, "Here's I'm Thomas Edward Doby," and voted again if that they
Oh
let me vote.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Under my dad's name, my
The
dad's
same thing.
been
Dude,
dead 16 years.
Dude, how about when people get voter registration cards sent to their house and they fill that out, send it in on the one name, and then they go vote? I'm not like it should be one vote, one day. Everybody should vote on one day, with the exception of military overseas people. I get that, but everybody in this country should get their ass up in one day. India does it. And they're fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible how big that country is, and they managed to do this shit. We should have one day with a voter ID. You come up, you show your ID, you vote, you cast your vote right there, and then you go. If you don't come, you don't vote. That's it. And it's not suppression. It's just if it's that important, get your ass down to the fucking
Hey, I
polls.
tell you, at the polls at 321 and 74, I'm in there. I'm in line waiting to to give your name and stuff to vote. There's an old woman and a young girl, And the person behind the desk asked, "What's your name?" And the young girl looks and says, "Who am I again?" Whispered to the old lady. She says, she whispers the name to him right in front of me. He said, "Oh, I'm so and so." And it just goes on and on. Asks, and what's your address? And she looked at the old lady again. The old lady whispered an address in her ear, and she tells her. I mean, it's obvious it's voter fraud.
Yeah.
And they just allow it. Mm-hmm. This girl's voting for somebody other than herself.
Yep. We went way down a big rabbit hole, but we can keep going about the votership. But this has been crazy.
Well, you talk about voting. It's kind of going into what. Do you hear what Idaho did the other week?
I was going to say, I got my notes here that you guys are hoes. It says Idaho.
Idaho. That's my Indian name.
What about you hoes? What about you
my
hoes?
Indian name. Idaho.
Double D.
I know what Slow. I know what your Indian name is. It's gonna be Slap-a-Hoe.
So anyway, they made it. They're trying to pass legislation. One, that if you turn 81 before the term's over, you can't run. So if you run for governor,
you can't run for office.
Do what?
You said
Yeah,
you can't run for
say you run
office.
for governor, and say it's a 4-year term. It's year 2, you turn 81. You're not eligible to run for office because you will turn 81 prior to your term ending.
So they got to check to see that you're not. You got to be 77 years old or younger to run if it's a 4-year term. Because if you hit 81, you're out of office, or you can't run again. As you're saying,
you can't run if you're going to turn 81. You can't run for that position.
Right, because you're going to be 81 before the term's over.
Correct. They won't let you.
I got you.
And
I didn't hear that. No,
You
I
see
didn't hear
Biden as last outing?
Steve has 2 more years.
Yeah.
Yep.
You see Biden in his last outing?
That was funny, Doby Dawg. Yeah, I saw him. Yep. On stage with Obama.
Yeah, Obama had to actually.
Yeah. It was a fundraiser in California, Steve. They were on stage. They were saying goodbye to all the celebrities. George Clooney put it on with fucking all the Hollywood wigwags. And they're on stage waving, and Biden froze. And
He
go ahead,
just froze
Steve.
up. He's looking around like he just lost. Like, oh, look at all the people.
Yeah, he wasn't even moving his head. He froze, and his hands were like robots, like this. And then Obama had to reach over, take him by the arm, and then Biden kind of woke up and then started walking, shuffling off. And Obama had his arm around him, walking off stage. It's unbelievable.
The White House spokesman, the
embarrassment.
little black chick, said that is all dubbed and messed
Fake.
with.
She said
fake. It's all fake by the
It's
Republicans.
fake. Yep.
Oh, Donald Trump did it.
Now everything you see and hear is fake. You just have to tune into that bitch. Whatever she says is fact.
So what
Everything
she's going to
else
say
fake.
is all the left is fake, but all the right's not, and deflect them from the bullshit that they're doing.
Mm-hmm. It's unbelievable. Well, he's a dude, guys. I don't like the guy, but I feel bad for him. His family's abusing the shit out of him. The people.
He's a thug. He needs to be in prison.
Yep, he does, no doubt. But right now, in the state he's in, he's a fucking mess, dude.
And I think they will replace him before the debates.
Well, I'll tell you this:
like a body double.
No. They'll replace. There'll be someone else running on the Democrat ticket.
Well, I tell you
still
this:
think he's got a body double.
I have a friend of mine. He retired from the highway patrol. And the last when they had the DNC in 2012, his responsibility was he was part of basically the end tail car for Michelle Obama's car. So everywhere he went, he had to follow them. He was in, and there was a trooper who was a plainclothes. She was like a sergeant or something. So she was plainclothes, and her husband worked for one of the federal agencies. So one night, Biden, this was 2012 when Obama was getting his second term. So they were doing a meet and greet and a photo op and all this kind of stuff with a bunch of law enforcement. So Biden wants to have all his picture taken with all these law enforcement troopers, so on and so on. So she's in the picture. She's in plain clothes. She was like some kind of sergeant or something. I think maybe out of Metcalfe County. And her husband worked for Secret Service. So during the picture, she said to her husband and told some of the Secret Service that during that picture, while she's taking a picture and Biden's up there, he grabs her ass behind the scenes of the camera where you couldn't see it. And the Secret Service agents were trying to get her to complain, but she wouldn't because they figured they would come down on her husband who worked for Secret Service.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Does that surprise you?
No.
Is that
I
shock?
didn't sniffer. Hey, I tell you, talk about the ops, man. I tell you this. I know the different rabbit hole, but I was on the SWAT team when the first Bush president comes through. He's doing a train thing. Remember, he's doing a train.
Yeah, I remember that. I went to
Yeah,
that.
he stops there at Renalo and Gastonia. Now we, as a Gastonia SWAT team, we are guarding and has shut down the escape route to the hospital if something were to happen. And what was cool is the Secret Service had a sniper on top of the bread. What's that big cylinder thing? What do you call it? The silo. Watching us because we're all sitting there with automatic weapons, and his sole job was to watch us.
Well, I did kind of segues all that, Steve. I did a couple of them. We were in the street. We did a couple of them. Obama had come to like Freightliner or something. So we had to sit there on that motorcade, and we all had intersections and spots to be and all that kind of thing.
Yeah,
And
I was at the bridge in Belmont.
Right. So we're sitting there, and they tell us that when the motorcade comes by you, you are to be looking the other way. You're not to look at the motorcade.
Yeah.
2 reasons: watch the crowd, and one, we had guns, and the Secret Service didn't want us to turn around where we would have an opportunity to do something stupid. So that was one of the things they told us: you're to watch the crowd. Don't turn around and turn and watch the motorcade.
So you're at the place that Bush Jr. was coming to.
Gaston College.
Yeah, I was working that one.
Yeah.
But this one was with Obama.
I'll tell you what was
Yeah.
cool. I'm on the bridge in Belmont over the interstate. So
I remember
totally
that one too because I was that one. I came in on night shift because I was supposed to be off. And they had 2 patrol shifts. For that because that was when they had the was that the one when the county police car got stolen?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I was working one. It was Bush. Well, one of them, they were going to Freightliner. It was on a Friday. It was back when I still was working at all. So I worked Thursday. They had us come in. They had 2 shifts.
That'd be Bush Jr.
Do what?
That'd be Bush Jr. Bush Sr. did the train.
Oh, yeah. Bush Senior did the training. This was Bush Jr. So
George W.
we're coming out of briefing, and the county police had his car parked at like CVS in Bessemer City and went inside and let it run, and somebody stole his police car. So we had 2 patrol shifts, so it's just police car after police car after police car. Go there because they were chasing him all over Bessemer City.
Wow.
Well, I tell you, I'm still on the bridge. You shut down the Interstate 85, and it's just quiet. And you're sitting there, watching your post. And about the time you hear, and it got louder, and here comes I'm assuming a Black Hawk, black helicopter coming right across us down the interstate, hauling ass, and you could feel the prop.
Right.
He's that close, and he's hauling ass down there. And then next thing you know, here comes 3 black sedans, nose to tail, about 90 miles an hour coming down the interstate. That was so cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. It is cool to see one because it's impressive.
Yeah, you didn't know which one the president's in, but he's in one of
You
those
don't.
3.
That was
was
one of
cool.
those things. It's cool to be a part of. It's cool to watch it. I mean, it's an experience. But they don't want you looking at it. They're more concerned with you because you got police and you got guns.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, when we were guarding Bush Sr., they had a sniper watching us. His sole purpose was to take us out if we were to make some stupid move.
Right.
Not that I ever made a stupid move before.
Well, they heard how woke you were, so that's what I was you. They said, hey, this is a Republican president. Keep an eye on that slow dude. He's rainbows and fucking unicorns and shit.
Well, I'm a firm believer that's kind of what has kept Biden from something that happened to him because they're afraid of who was behind them. They're
Well, if
It's
something
done
did happen to him,
worse.
he wouldn't know it. He would remember it.
do what?
Yeah.
If
He
something happened to him, he wouldn't remember it.
He would
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, but then
If you look who's behind him, Kamala.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So another thing on Idaho, I think we talked about it a little bit before, but they are saying now that the teachers in Idaho schools, they cannot address kids by anything except what is on their birth certificate. So they can't come up and say, I identify as a cat. No, it's little Johnny on your birth certificate, you're a he. They can. The teachers cannot use pronouns at all or whatever. They have
Good.
to address them by what is on their birth certificate.
And
Good.
think about that, guys. Kids are going to school today, and teachers are deciding major decisions for other people's children just because of their ideology's fucked. You know,
Hey, tell me,
and that's just
anytime you
it's
guys
ridiculous.
were in school, the whole time from elementary on up, did you ever have a kid that was like, say, my name's Tommy, but I feel like I'm a Judy? It never
No.
happened. It just never.
You know why? Because they've made it so popular today, Slow. It's such a great thing for these kids who have nothing. It's almost like
Gives them an identity.
Exactly. I attribute it to the kids in school who weren't real popular, and they would all kind of commingle and flock to each other, and they would do odd things like maybe bleach their hair purple and red and blue, or shave their head into a big fucking mohawk and have a bunch of piercings. Like, it's something to be different, just to be noticed, and to be when these people say, "Oh, you could be you don't have to be a girl. If you're not a popular girl, then maybe you want to be a boy because maybe you suck at being a girl or you feel like you do, right? So then you want to be a boy." And people promote that rather than saying, "No, you're a fucking girl." You know.
Well, has any of you guys as a cop ever run into that? I never did. I don't know if Hound Dog, you and I timed out too soon, but I never ran into anybody that would needed to be called something other than what they were.
I didn't either. Nothing I can recall.
I've ran into people cross-dress and shit like that.
I ran into
But
cross-dressers.
but
I
I'm
never
ta-
ran into somebody said, "My name's Bob," but I identified as Jill.
Right.
No.
There wasn't 50 different genders being pushed.
Yeah.
You know, there was always male, female, or a male that's dressing like a female, or female that's dressing like a male. Like, you know, it was just one of the two. It wasn't like non-binary. Like, I'm nothing. I'm just a fucking.
Now we did have one that he was trying to go through a sex change and take hormones and all that stuff, but.
Well, I'm not going to mention names. I don't. But all you guys, I don't know if Rodinator, if you know him, but everybody knows this officer.
Oh Lord.
He's gay, and he comes out of the closet when he's sitting in the van with a bunch of SWAT teams at the Democratic Convention 2012.
Yeah.
He decided, hey, you know what, guys? I'm gay.
Was he serious?
Yeah, he came out of the closet. He was gay, and
Right
was
there in the SWAT
definitely-
van.
Definitely gay.
right. Yeah, I wasn't there. This is all secondhand news.
I was in another van, but I was there. Because
It
my
wasn't-
sergeant
it
told
wasn't- it
us
wasn't
that
it wasn't double
jump
D, it
over
wasn't
there
double O.
and get involved in that.
Well, the thing about this, everybody talked about it. Carl, Jeff Clark, late Jeff Clark, a dear friend of ours, and police officers in the Mossad Club is Carl. Yeah, he said everybody's cool about it. We kind of asked, hey, dude, what about that guy? Do you find that guy attractive? What about this guy here? He looks pretty cool. You like him? They're all cool about it.
That's
gave
pretty
him a hard
much what
time.
happened. Because he started, there's like, well, we're not being fair to you. Point out a guy you think's hot. It's like,
Yeah, because they're
that guy
putting out
there.
all the hot chicks and stuff. At the,
They were all
convention.
riding around the epicenter, and there's all these girls and all this stuff
Yeah.
walking around. And
I'll
they're
tell you
like,
what, if Jeff Clark asked that guy that, he was making fun of him. He wasn't just doing it just so he'll know. He was making fun of him.
not Jeff, no.
I promise you.
I think I would have held it if I was in a SWAT van. I would have held it till.
I would
there's
tell
a
you
little
this.
not as many guns
Whoever
and shit
we
around.
rented those vans from for that week will never rent vans to Gasoline PD again.
Pretty trashed out.
Because Clark came out there, he was raising hell because it was like, I think it was Bingham and Watts are involved in stuff. They started putting numbers on the side of them, like number 3, and they were dogging the purity shit out of those vans.
Well, I'll tell you the thing about this.
Shit out the van.
I can imagine what it'd be like with the multi guys. I mean, we still have a van that we do stakeouts in. You have 2 or 3 guys in it for like 8 hours, man. You know how guys are. By the time you eat everything and you're sitting around that, you know how it is. Well, that
You'll be
thing just
farting.
reeked. Oh, it was just terrible.
You know what we did? I remember one of the days during the Democratic National Convention, I had a team of dudes in a van, and I was sitting in the front. And you know what they were doing? They were going through the Urban Dictionary and calling out things and the definitions. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Alabama slammer. That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? Or like a.
Well, that's a whole nother podcast there.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Dude, it was the funniest shit. I didn't stop laughing because the Urban Dictionary is a ride. If anybody doesn't know, look up Urban Dictionary and just look at a couple definitions of like Alabama Hot Pocket or angry pirate. Look up angry pirate. And comment
The
below.
thing is, this is not a family show.
No,
And
this
a
is not a
disclaimer.
family show.
A disclaimer on the audio side and also on the video side on YouTube. We have it listed not for children.
Just uncensored and unfiltered.
And I tell everybody that's never listened to us for us, if you're going to listen to us, man, find a quiet spot, listen to us, you're going to laugh your ass off, but don't be around your youngins.
Hey, Rod, you remember a little side street up there? I think it's gone now, but it's called Hill Street.
Yeah.
Hill Street.
Yes.
That's where we parked for damn hours after hours after hours. And we found a cigar shop that it was like police friendly. They just give us like half off. We went there because we sit there for hours because we wasn't doing nothing.
At the
So-
convention.
And then you guys are all swatted out too, right? You get all your gear on and stuff.
Oh, pretty much, yeah, for the most part.
We don't have to wear. We had.
Could you
ours-
imagine all
we
you
had
guys
ours
go
the
in
van.
there to get a cigar?
We
and
basically
do
sit on bags most of the time. Well, a couple times we got geared up because they had
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
protesters making laughs. The thing about it was, during the DNC, all the people that you would expect to be protesting and raising hell and Antifa and all that stuff, that was the liberals, and the liberals were going into office. So I think why we didn't have much problem there. I think if it had been like Trump going into office, you'd had all kinds of shit because it's the liberals and the Antifa and all that
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
you're exactly right.
They're the ones that causing the problem.
Okay, guys, we're running short on time. Several things I want to take care of right quick. One is we have thought of some really dark stuff out there for everybody to listen to. So we want everybody to feel good, mellow out, and just for a brief moment.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
All right, so we got everybody back in good mood. Doby
I'm
Dawg,
pissed
B, give us an update on the two officers from Gastonia PD was involved in the wreck.
They're doing well.
Lay the floor ground. Tell everybody what happened first.
They were running blue light. They were running through traffic to a jump and run. One car wreck. My understanding, I believe, and this part I'm not sure. I think they went kind of down that embankment near the QT on the west end, but I'm not sure. So
That's
they
at
they wrecked
Garrison and New Hope. I mean Franklin and
Franklin.
Garrison.
I believe that's where it happened. I'm not 100% sure, but they were going to a jump and run, and to help them, they were a two-man car. They wrecked. I think they flipped, but I'm not sure about that part either. But they wrecked. They both have come home. One of them had stitches and I think possible concussion. The one had a cracked or broke C5 vertebrae, but he had all his feeling and everything and has gone home. So they're doing good.
That's in the neck, right? Is that not in the neck? The C5. That's
do what?
That's in the neck, right? The C
Correct.
1 through 5 is in the neck.
I'm pretty sure. But from my understanding, he went home, has his feeling, doing well. I think they both have been on a combination of 4 years between the two of them.
So still new guys, young
Very
guys.
young, very young.
Yeah.
Good kids. I mean, I know one of them better than another one, but the one that had the vertebrae issue, I know him a little better. He's a real good kid, really good young officer. But they're both, from what I understand, good kids.
A good deal. I'm glad they're safe, man. And it's rough being a cop, man. It's you never know. You know.
Yeah.
It's not going to get any better anytime soon.
All right. Hey, great thing about being a cop is what, Hound Dog?
Being retired, best job I ever had.
Yes, sir. Being tired.
In the words of Jamie Blaylock, I concur.
Yeah. Man, we've done our stint. What we got here between the four of us? 90, 120 years of law enforcement.
Yeah.
Pretty close, yeah.
So with that being said, man, our listeners, our viewers, if you want anything to know about how real cops feel about real issues, and we answer to nobody. We're all retired, man. There's no administration pulling our strings. We'll tell you like it is. If you got a question or concern or topic, put it in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, and we'll answer these things. We'll do a podcast on some of these things if you tell us what you want to hear about, and we'll tell you how real cops feel. And we speak on behalf of a lot, all the police out there. They just can't say the administration got them gagged.
Very
Not
true.
us.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, it's that time of the night. Any shout-outs? Anything you guys want to do?
Atchison Poultry in Ohio, and Dave's
I
TV
think you're
on
getting free
YouTube.
eggs. You're getting eggs, and you're not sharing them.
You're getting Knob Creek shit, so fuck, man.
Yeah.
That shit.
And I'm getting absolutely nothing.
No soup for you today.
No soup.
What do you got?
No bourbon for you. This is kind of a little, it's sort of off track, but not really. But it's kind of, I was noticing, and like we said, I don't give a shit what people do with their life, but there's one, I found out today, there's one, from my understanding, I have to research to make sure, but there's one Major League Baseball team that has taken a stand, and they are not celebrating Pride Month.
Texas.
Oh, really?
Texas Rangers, they're saying, nope, we're not doing it.
All right. Oh, that's a whole other rabbit hole. Why June? Why do you hijack June? It's Hound Dog's
Exactly.
birthday. It's my birthday. It's National Bourbon
That's
Week.
right.
Week.
It's like I said, I don't care, but I mean, don't force it down my damn throat.
Man, the blast get February. It's cold. This is the shortest month of the year.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
That's my birthday. Fuck
Why
you,
do they get
motherfucker.
that? And then the gay guys, ain't
Hell
nothing.
no.
Hey, I believe love who you want to love. Just don't try to make us,
Correct.
support and be a part of it. Love who you
Pride-
want to love. I don't
pride
care. If
is
you don't
one of
love a
the-
tree, love a tree. I don't care.
Pride is one of the 7 deadly sins. We shouldn't be celebrating pride.
The thing
Correct.
about it is,
You're right, Rob.
why are they hijacking June?
But somebody
I
took a
agree,
stand
Slow.
for it on a national level, and I give them kudos for having the backbone to do it.
Yeah, and leave February alone. That's my birthday. Fuck
It's
you.
another made-up holiday. February 11th. I've got to write the meeting up here.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna give a shout out right quick to my wife because every Tuesday I have to work on Tuesday. I work 11 hours on Tuesdays to come straight home, take a shower, and get on the podcast. And she always puts up with my crazy shit. So thank you, Bobby. Love you.
Good for
Bobby
Bobby.
Lou.
Yeah. Good
We all
woman.
love you, Bobby Lou. And you ride around on an ATV on the beach.
Yeah, it's hard work.
And you call that work.
It is work.
For all our listeners, look up Angry Pirate.
I just
Urban
did.
Dictionary.
I just did.
Hound Dog is an angry pirate. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Studio 77 production.
Hey, let's drink about it and drink responsibly. And all you first responders out there, please make it home safely to your families. Steve, what the hell?
Hey, Reggie. Hey, Reggie. He's pissed
Yeah.
off.
It's still recording. It's still recording.
Oh, is it?
Yep, 107, 5,
Oh.
6, 7.
Oh. Oh, it still is recording.
The producer, he needs to be
The producer's
fucking
done
fired.
produced.
Good Lord, slow.
Good Lord.
Slow. You're
What happened?
You mean it's over? Well, shit.